Namaste. Hello to all of you on the second day of Navratri. Well, I will be continuing our stories from the Devi Mahatmyam. Markandeya Rishi continues telling, Bhaguri, see, now Rishi Medhas extols or praises or says the story of what is going to happen, what Devi does. Rishi Medhas says, once upon a time, a long, long time ago, Rishi Medhas is telling, Surata and Samadhi. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, the world as known at that time, the universe as known as that time, was coming to an end. You see, the circle of life is such that everything that is born its life has to end, right? The same way, this earth, the moon, the sun that shines up, all of it, the entire universe has to end someday. But the beauty of the circle of life is such that it ends and then it is reborn again. And it takes many, many millions of years. And those are called kalpas. Okay? The time that it takes for this universe to entirely be born. It goes through many, many thousands and millennia, and then it comes to its end. That's a kalpa. Okay? At that point, when everything is ending, there is nothing. There is nothing. Now, there are many ways in which kalpa is explained, or what happens during kalpas are explained. The way I have understood what happens at that time is that there is complete nothingness. There is no earth, there is no stars, there is just nothing. It's that small period of nothingness where Vishnu, who lives in the Milky Way, where he lies on his big snake Sheshanaga, he is just in slumber. He's sleeping. His eyes are closed, and within him there is Maya. She has completely overtaken his whole, the entire self of Vishnu. She has taken over the entire universe and made it just nothing. Everything is quiet, peaceful, calm, nothing. Just imagine waking up early in the morning at 4 o'clock and you are in this very quiet place, cocoon place, where there are no cars driving up and down, where there are no planes flying, there are no footsteps. It is quiet. It's dark. Somewhere maybe there is a hint of the sun rays that are going to come, but it's pretty far. So that is the feeling that you have probably in this peaceful nothingness time. Brahma, Prajapati Brahma, he is born from the navel of Vishnu and sleeping on a lotus. So this was the time Okay? In the time when Vishnu is lying in deep slumber, deep sleep on his Sheshanaga, and Brahma is in his Kamala, on his lotus, just lying there. He is also just lying there, and his eyes have just opened. But Janardhana, Vishnu, another name for Vishnu, is still sleeping. So there is some more time for creation to happen. At which time Brahma sees something coming out of the ears of Vishnu, one from this right ear, another from this left ear, from the wax of that is there in the ear. He just keeps looking and he sees it's this demonic forms, asuras, demons, Madhu and Kaitabha. They're huge there. He looks at them, Brahma looks at them and says, what? What are these? Who are these? And he notices that Madhu and Kaitabha, these bad asuras, they have an agenda. And their agenda is to destroy Brahma. Now just, Brahma is the creator. He is the father of all creation. He is going to help recreate this entire universe. So what would happen if he were to be destroyed? There would be no more creation. There would be no more planets. There would be no stars. There would be no animals. There would be no plants. There would be no seas. There would be no mountains. Nothing that we know of. So, Brahma asked, Hari, oh Hari, another name for Vishnu. Hari, wake up, man, wake up, wake up. Only you can defeat these guys. Can you please wake up? He's sleeping. Vishnu is Shayana. He's sleeping. Sound sleep. How nice, now, to get that kind of sound sleep when someone tries to wake you up and you don't wake up at all. Well, he is under the influence of Yoga Maya, who has made him sleep. Now, who is this Yoga Maya? Rishi Medha says that Brahma was looking so scared now, and he didn't have he could do nothing more. And at this time he decides that he has to pray to the one and only Devi, because only she could come to his rescue at this point. So he says, Oh Devi, can you please help me? Can you help this creation? Can you help this universe? Please, you are the only one who we can ask. You are the mother. You are the one who has created Vishnu, who has created Shiva, who has created me. You are the supreme goddess. You are the one who controls all the sounds that are in this universe. Devi is not coming. Devi has enveloped Vishnu. She is through his nostrils, through his mouth. She has entered through his eyes, through his ears, through everywhere and made him completely unable to hear or feel or think of anything. He can't think right, he can't think wrong, nothing. She's within him completely. Oh, Rishi Medha says, Brahma continues asking her, pleading with her, and he says, Devi, you are the one who controls all the sounds. You are the main vibration of this universe. Om. You are Om. All the sounds begin and end with Om. A, U, and N. See the opening of the mouth? A. Closing. N. There are no other sounds. You are the controller of that sounds, O Devi. You are the silence between sounds. So when I talk, when you talk, when we talk, between the sounds that we make, there is a tiny silence. Even if we are talking at 100 words a minute, 1,000 words a minute, there are these tiny, tiny spots of silence. Oh Devi, you are that silence too. You are the silence between sounds. You are the power behind the sun. It is by you that this world has been created. You create this whole universe. You help us create this universe. You help us protect this universe. And when it is time for this universe to go back into itself, into that egg, you are the one who helps destroy it. And then help it come back again. You are the one. So again, oh Devi, Mahamaya, can you please come and leave Vishnu from his yoga nidra, from his yoga sleep, from the sleep of which Yoga Maya has put him under. You are the entire universe. Oh Devi, he continues, says Rishi Medhas. Rishi Medhas says that Brahma continues saying that, oh Devi, you are the entire universe. You are the force behind its creation, and you will be the one who lets it end. You are knowledge. You are knowledge, and you are the intelligence that knows that knowledge. You are the one that helps people think, help all of us think. You are the thought, and we can only think what you let us think. So can you please leave him and help him wake up so that he can defeat Madhu and Kaitabha? Otherwise they're going to eat me up, and if they eat me up, you know what will happen? There's no more creation, because you always create stuff through me, says Brahma. So if I have to create, then you have to wake Janardana up. Hearing all this, Yoga Maya, Devi Mahamaya, she starts releasing herself through the nostrils of Vishnu, through the mouth of Vishnu, through the eyes of Vishnu, through the chest of Vishnu, through all the very pores of Vishnu. She comes out. She comes out as layers of smoke and creates, and in a form. She is the form, Devi. Smiling, happy, complete, beautiful, with all adorned with her jewelry, and beautiful, dark skin, scary also, but very pleasing at the same time. She looks scary with her red eyes and her complexion which is all so tart, and she has come through like smoke through every pore of Vishnu. And then, but when you look at her, there is this feeling of, oh wow, that strength, that that being that was scary as she came, and then so pleasing. Brahma folds his hands, says, Devi, you have come. And as she comes out, our Vishnu's, she's coming out from his chest, he starts heaving. When he comes from his nostrils, Vishnu starts breathing. When she comes out from his eyes, he opens his eyes. And when she comes out of his mouth, he speaks. He looks at these two asuras, Madhu and Kaitabha, and really gets mad. Oh, what on earth? What are you doing? You're going to kill Brahma? You're going to destroy Brahma? How can that be? And he takes out his chakra. He takes out his gada. Shankha chakra. He comes with his Shankha, chakra, gada on his lotus. Everything is there. But he takes out his chakra. He takes out his gada, but nothing. He still hasn't even been able to put it around his finger. He's just taken it out. That's it. And Madhu and Kaitabha start fighting. They fight with all their weapons. So many weapons. Vishnu tries all the weapons that are around him. He's still not able to get to his chakra. Because the Sudarshana chakra is such a thing that once he lets it go, it will find its target. But he has to be able to throw that chakra, and he can't. The discus. They fight. Terrible fight for 5,000 years. Rishi Medha says, the fight was so fiery. Brahma was just watching, didn't know what to do. And Vishnu is just fighting with Madhu and Kaitabha, and Madhu Kaitabha are fighting with him. And it's just going on and on and on. Yogamaya has put her web of illusion where Madhu and Kaitabha feel that they are winning, and Vishnu feels that he is winning, but neither are winning and neither are losing. And then Vishnu finally says, Madhu, Kaitabha, what can I do to defeat you guys? So they ask, why do you want to defeat us? And he says, I have to defeat you. Yogamaya has to defeat you. Devi has to defeat you. And they said, that's what we want. We want to be defeated by Devi. I said, how can we do that? Well, you can defeat us if you take us to this place on that part of earth which is not flooded. So you see the beginnings of creation. At the end of Kalpa, there is this terrible flood, Pralaya it is called, where the entire earth is surrounded by water, is flooded with water. Just probably a little part is there up. And that's where Madhu, Kaitabha come. Yogamaya has let through her, she has removed the illusion. She's making Madhu and Kaitabha feel that they cannot be killed. And they tell Vishnu how to defeat them. And that is how Yogamaya is helping defeat them. By making their brains foggy. By making them overconfident. And when they reach that place where the earth is just above the water, our Vishnu is able to hold his chakra and just let it go. He lets go the discus. And you see, there is no calling back. Once the discus, once the chakra is thrown, it can't be called back. And it slays Madhu and Kaitabha. Okay? So, and therefore, Brahma can again start his act of creating the entire universe once again. He is able to do that because Yogamaya, Mahamaya, Devi, she has come and made sure that Vishnu and Madhu and Kaitabha all know what they have to do in the right way and the right time. Okay, so with that, we end chapter 1 of the Sapta, Durga Sapta Shati. Okay, out of the 700 shlokas, that whole 700 shlokas, we have finished the first chapter. There are 3 parts of this, the 700 of the Saptashati, okay, of the Devi Mahatmyam. The first part being the Pradhama, second being the Madhyama, and the third being the Uttama. Okay, and here you see that Devi, the Divine Mother, she comes in 3 forms. First, in the first chapter, she comes as Yogamaya and helps Vishnu defeat Madhu and Kaitabha. Next, in the second and third chapter, she will come as Lakshmi, who, as Mahishasura Mardini, will conquer Mahishasura, and we shall see that, how that happens tomorrow and day after. Okay? There are so many stories about Devi. Many stories. Just about Durga, about how Durga was born, about how all her avatars. There are many stories. This Devi Mahatmyam has just the stories of how Devi saves the entire universe again and again and again. Okay, so with this, we will end today's rendition of the story from Devi Mahatmya, and we will get back tomorrow for chapter 2. Okay, namaste. See you again tomorrow.